That is disgusting.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Harry Kane. He's a Premier League Golden Boot award-winning striker for Tottenham, one of the most prolific goal scorers of all time, and the captain of England's national team. But how will he fare today in a pressure-packed, high-stakes match against the Wings of Death? I guess only time will tell. Harry Kane, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
How are you around spicy food before we get started?
Yeah, I'm not great. It's not something I normally have a lot, so I'm interested to see how I'll get on today.
Well, are you ready to get started?
Let's do it. Over here, yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. So far, not too bad.
There we go.
Yeah. I was expecting a little bit worse, I think. I was like, okay.
Take your wins where you can get them here.
That's actually quite nice.
There you go. Maybe you were a hot sauce person all along, Harry.
Maybe I've just been missing out. You know what I mean? That's not too bad.
That's
not too bad. I'm all right with that.
So I want to congratulate you on another record-breaking season, scoring 30-plus Premier League goals for the second time in your career, and then taking over Wayne Rooney to become England's all-time leading scorer. Every season has its own meaning, its own lessons. How will you remember this season and the arc of your career?
Yeah, this one, from a personal point of view, has been pretty special. To break the England all-time goalscorer record was just a dream come true, really. There were so many amazing players that I watched growing up. So many strikers scoring goals. It's nice to be at the top of that list now. So truly special. And yeah, for another 30-goal season, which is great. So yeah, overall, I feel like I'm improving. I'm getting better, even though I'm a little bit older now. So I'm excited for what's to come. Oh, a little bit of milk now.
It's happening.
Yeah, just little tingle on the throat there. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. I found that one a little easier.
Right.
Did you?
There's a little lever pulling that happens. You know?
That's like I feel like the first one was a little bit of a little kick, and then this one's just not too bad.
It's like a game. You settle into the game when you get that first contact. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. You got your first hit, now you're in.
And I feel like the curry, I do like a curry back home in England. So
it's kind of familiar.
Yeah, I think I'm quite familiar with that taste. So, that's okay.
Thumbs up.
So far, so good.
There we go.
It's all right.
So as an American, it's wild to read about these European youth football academies where, at such a young age, the next Messi, the next Ronaldo, the next Kane is anointed. At what age do you think talent can actually be observed? And then what's the first memory you have of yours being recognized in a meaningful way?
Yeah, that's a great question, Like someone like me, I've been at the club I'm at now since I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
So that's 18 years I've been there, and I think that's too early to really tell, if a player is going to be a great player or not. I think, that 15, 16 mark was when I started seeing like a difference in me, and, my confidence started growing, and, people started looking at me maybe in a bit of a different light, and was like, okay, this kid could have a future. So, when I'm talking to, parents or, with young kids who want to play football, I'm just telling them, look, up until kind of 14, 15, just let them enjoy it, let them kind of feel their way into it, because the most important thing is that they're happy, right? They want to be enjoying what they're doing, and then once you kind of see physically how they are at 15, 16, that's when you get to know what they're going to be like.
And then it's rather remarkable that you and David Beckham both came out of the Ridgeway Rovers.
That's right, yeah.
What's special about that youth academy?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. That was our local. So me and David were both from a place called Chingford in East London, and we kind of both ended up at this team. Obviously, he was 10 or so years before me, maybe. And they just had a good setup, They had good coaches there. They had a good environment. When I went there, I just went there to enjoy it, play football with friends. And that was kind of the start for me, so it brings back some good memories.
There we go. Love that walk down memory lane.
That's
Are you
it.
ready to move on here?
I'm ready.
To wing number 3. Got
Okay.
a zesty lemon pepper
Okay. let's
wing
do it.
here from the Krabby Shack. Yeah.
Little kick to it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Bit more than number 2, I think.
And that's how it's kind of gonna go from here. That's me being honest with you, Harry. I'm transparent. You know,
This is just like real easy, just getting into it. Just yeah, that had a little kick to it.
Yeah, a
I'm
little
bit,
trail that it
the
leaves
fact
behind.
there's 7 more to go is a little bit worrying. So
But you know what? You're somebody who can conquer the mental. All right, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be where you were now if it wasn't for that. And I can
Yeah.
see it in your eyes right now.
On to the
Just
next one.
7 more reps. 7 more reps.
that's it. Let's do it.
So you and teammate Heung-min's Son have set all kinds of premiership records for combined goals. Is there anything that you can point to that makes your partnership so telepathic?
You know, the first kind of 3-4 years, we didn't have that amazing record that we have now. It took us time to build that. I think getting to know, obviously, how each other play on the pitch, but also what you're like off the pitch as well. And we started to become closer in friendship. We started to know each other a little bit better. And then, yeah, I just think it come with, you know, understanding each other's games. You know, he's a fantastic player, a lot of skill. And now kind of whenever I'm on the ball, he knows certain runs to make. I'm without thinking, looking or playing it straight away. And yeah, we've just been, both of us have, I think, just improved along that process and become a bit more prolific. So yeah, he's a great player, but a really great guy as well.
Do you have a personal favorite goal of yours in your career? And if so, can you paint the picture for us?
I think my favourite goal was my England debut goal. It was at Wembley, our home stadium. I come on for Wayne Rooney, who was someone, you know, I looked up to growing up. That moment, kind of he's running off the pitch, I'm running on, and I was just so excited. And then within, I think it was about 3 minutes of the game, I scored my first goal. You know, it was like a ball kind of floated over to the back post. I headed it down into the goal, and just that emotion in that moment was just, you know, something that's hard to describe. It was just, I had all my family there in the stadium. I had my friends, my wife, Kate, and yeah, just to kind of share that moment as an England player, and you know, no one can ever take that away from me. You know, I still remember it so vividly now. So that's probably one that I always say is my favourite because it meant so much. Pleasantly surprised, but I feel like this is just a real slow warm up into what's to come. So.
Smart man. And this is kind of one that takes a little bit of a jump here at 4. Starts off kind of nice, kind of sweet, approachable,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
familiar.
it's got like a little,
and then it
just yeah, it's got like a little like a barbecue, like a little little barbecue
it
sweetness
does,
to it.
little sweet barbecue situation, but
And it just,
yeah,
it's just like there. It's just like
there's a sharpness
it don't go
to
away.
the
It's not
aftertaste.
going
Exactly.
away, yeah. Okay.
So I'm fascinated by your dream to one day be a field goal kicker in the NFL. And I'm a Chicago Bears fan, okay?
Okay.
And a few years ago, we lost a playoff game on what was famously called the double doink, okay? It was a kick that went off the upright and then off the crossbar, doinking rather loudly along the way, and then out to lose the game. And it's crystallized in my memory, like one of my most crystallized sports fan memories.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if you would all sympathize, empathize, think about the plight of the field goal kicker, a position that naturally lends itself to being defined by its biggest failures and lowest moments.
Yeah, that's the thing with a field goal kicker. You know, they're not probably the most famous player on the team. They're not the one maybe
They get famous when they mess up.
exactly.
You know?
So you know, but they're probably maybe other than the quarterback under the most pressure when they're on the pitch, because you know it's all, how many NFL games go down to a winning field goal,
Right.
And you win or lose on the field goal. So in terms of pressure, you know, there's not many kind of specific moments in sport like a NFL kicker. So I think that's why it's so tough. And like you said, if you miss one, people remember that forever. So you've got to be pretty good to, you know, stay good in those moments.
Maybe that's what makes it fun for you. Have you ever thought about that?
Maybe, but it depends if I make them or don't make them. That's
That's the risk. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the feeling that you like.
Well, it's
you know?
similar, like we touched on. It's similar
Yeah.
to a penalty. You know, it's very, you have the moment to be the hero, but also you have the moment to be the villain. So it's that real balance. But I think that's what inside drives, athletes or the top
Great competitors
professionals to push themselves to those sort of limits. So we'll see. I'm ready.
So this next one is the Los Calientes Rojo here.
Okay.
So last year you posted that your New Year's resolution for the past decade has been to improve. What are the greatest lengths that you've gone to in order to master a part of the game? I did read about you training with only your left foot for 3 months once.
Yeah, that left foot one, I think I was about 17 at the time, maybe 18. And I could use my left foot. I was good with my left foot, but I looked around and I looked at the top players and I thought, well, if I want to be, the best, I need to be able to pretty much score with my left foot, as simple as the right, pass with my left foot. And I said, look, I'm just going to use this. I'm going to use this time to just practice my left. So in training, I literally every shot I hit was with my left. Every time I touched the ball, I would dribble with my left, pass with my left foot. Got to the stage where whether I had a finish on my right or my left, I felt natural on both. And stuff like that has really kind of excelled me, and I feel like separated me from some of the other players who were probably just as talented as I was at that age. But that kind of mindset helped me to get where I am now. Spicy shark is got a bite.
It indeed does.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can almost see it in the bottom. I can see that there's the spice just sitting there, just
taunting you.
Okay. Bit of a nose.
It's all gonna loosen up here. It's that time. Are you at all envious of how American sports stars position themselves in the press? Like, have you observed a difference between the British and American media in terms of how they treat athletes?
Yeah, I think so. I think, I'd probably say American athletes are a bit more open and a bit more, maybe just say less guarded in their approach to how they talk in the media. Maybe over in England, you have to be a little bit more careful with what you say and how you say things. I feel like, the public ain't silly. They know when someone's kind of guarding against certain questions, or they don't want to say the honest answer, and they say maybe the correct answer if you want to. But
sometimes you want to just say the truth.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But obviously, I understand how it works, and sometimes you can't do that. But I definitely feel like over here in the States, you can the athletes are a little more open to doing that. I've still got the spicy shark on my tongue, so
I know.
Huh? Yeah. Similar to the spicy shark.
Right, we're just
I
in
don't,
that
I don't feel
world.
like that's taken a massive jump. I feel like that's...
The shark is a very spicy number 6 for this lineup, so it can be kind of jarring. You're like, this is how we're starting the second half. We got 4 more to go, so it's kind of nice. The thing about the Chico over here is it kind of kicks in a little bit later, as I think that you're catching. Yeah,
I've got like the lip tingle now.
Yeah. Reflecting back on your career from the youth game to now, what's the most memorable trick play or elaborate set piece you ever recall participating in?
Oh, good question. So there was one for England we was playing Panama in the World Cup in 2018, and we had like 2 guys on the ball about 40 yards out. They played a pass to the right side, to the left side. We all had our positions, thinking back now, we all had our set positions. He kind of crossed it over to me on the far side, and then I headed it back across goal to one of my teammates, and it worked. We worked on it in training the day before the game, and sometimes you work on this stuff and it's like, you get to the game and it never works. People are in different positions, but this one just worked perfectly, and we ended up scoring from it. So that's one that I always remember. I've heard about this.
The bomb. Beyond insanity. What have you heard?
I've just heard it's brutal and unenjoyable.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
We will. That's not nice.
No, not at all.
That's not nice. That is disgusting. Like the others, I felt like you could have with a nice bit of food or like
Right, even when they were spicy, you saw some sort of redeeming culinary quality. Not in this one, though.
That just burns everything in your mouth.
I know. And then here we are on an interview show, and I'm about to ask you a question. Right.
It's getting hot in here now.
It is getting hot. What in your mind is the greatest football anthem or chant of all time?
Well, Tottenham have a good one for me. They sing "He's One of Our Own," which come about. I scored a hat trick in one of my first games. It was a Europa League game at the time, and I just started hearing them sing "He's one of our own." He's one of our own. And yeah, it's just because I've come through the academy, because I've been there since I was young.
Hometown hero.
That was it. It was kind of their way of kind of singing a song for me, and it really like hit me hard. It was amazing to hear, and I was local to the stadium. That's pretty rare in our sport to have that. So yeah, to have them sing "He's One of Our Own," feels like I'm part of them. I'm part of the fan group, and that's pretty special.
And the way that you just took the bomb to the chest, I think your man of the people legacy is only going to grow from here.
I think so. I hope so. After doing this, I'm doing this for everyone. I'm not. Wow, that is like a.
It's crazy. It's intense. Always a part of the show where you don't know where it's going to go, because that has to be the spiciest thing you've ever eaten in your life.
Without a doubt. And probably the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten as well. There's no way anyone would ever eat that to have like an enjoyable meal. There's no way. There's 2 more to go as well, by the way.
Right. For better or worse, this next one is the watermelon ghost.
I feel like my mouth can't be any more burnt.
Right.
So.
It's scorched earth. How bad can it be?
I feel like I can't feel anything. I feel like my mouth is just completely.
The hard work is over here, Harry. The hard work is all over. Once you get through the bomb, you can take on anything.
Yeah, I feel like. But again, that was like. You could eat that.
Right. There's
people
something
who like
to
spice,
it.
They could maybe put that on.
Find something you like.
The bomb one is just a disgrace of a sauce.
Do you have any sort of strategy or rules of engagement when it comes to working the refs during a match? Or is that kind of communication just purely visceral?
Yeah, I feel like it is part and parcel of the sport. You have to be able to try and get help in any way possible. And, sometimes if you're just shouting at the ref all the time, or, he's got to maybe take that the other way and almost, just put you to one side, give you no decisions or whatever it may be. The ref is always there to do his job, but he's a human at the end of the day. So I'm someone who likes to talk to the refs and try and understand some of the decisions they make, because I know they're not always going to be perfect. Yeah, ultimately it's just about figuring out what type of ref you got, and then trying to
do some armchair psychology and see what works for you.
Yeah, exactly.
In any given situation.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Oh. We had a bit extra, do we? We had a little bit, okay. How much are we talking? What have we got? Is that good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect?
That's perfect.
Right, well, cheers.
Cheers. Going in. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah. Another crazy one, but I know. But it's all over.
Straight out my nose, pretty much.
It's all over. You did it. The worst is behind you. And just one more question to close things out. I came into this experience with a new, greater appreciation for the sport and for you, Harry Kane. Forever a Harry Kane supporter on this side of the table. But over the course of the research, there's so much just strange lingo, things that I needed definitions for. And I think now is the perfect time to bounce some of those things off of you to see if you can define these things while your brain's slow roasts in hot sauce, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's a fox in the box?
Fox in the box is like just a sharp, like nippy kind of player, scores the goals, but don't do much else. They're just a fox in the box. They just score goals close by, a few tap-ins, yeah.
What's a dead ball specialist?
Dead ball specialist is like a free kick, or a corner kick, and they're like top of their game in that. So they always score loads of free kicks. Their corner kicks and stuff are always just perfectly in the box. So yeah, that's a dead ball specialist.
What's a howler?
A howler is like a real bad mistake. So if you're like a goalkeeper and you let one through your legs or one you're supposed to catch, that's a howler.
Kick it behind you?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something, Harry Kane. No howlers today. Taking on the wings of death and living to tell the tale, and now there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
So, guys, thanks for having me on the show. Just finished my season. I've got some commitments coming up. I've just got my Harry Kane Foundation that I launched last year, so excited to explore the mental health side of life and try and help as many people as possible. So appreciate all your support. Appreciate you guys having me on the show. And yeah, I've done it. I've done the hot wings. I'm proud. Let's do it. Thank you very much.
So good.
Thank you.
It's so good.
Yeah. Wow, but it's just
Yeah.
like it's still there now,
I know. And then this is my partying advice to you. Just be careful around the eyes and like touching your face.
Okay.
Right now, hands,
Yeah,
hot sauce.
with
We're contaminated over here.
Yeah.
So just a thorough washing of the hands because it
Before.
sticks with you. And any hot sauce mistake you can possibly make, I've made many of them. All right, so we'll just like look into the camera here and just be like, it's hotter.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Maybe you guys will look at each other and look back to the camera. Nice. Awesome.
Amazing.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. I have a very exciting new product alert. Last year, Hot Ones brought the heat to the freezer aisle with our first ever Hot Ones boneless chicken bites. Well, now we are bringing even more heat to the freezer aisle with our brand new Hot Ones chicken strips made with our first ever seasoned blend. Two boldly seasoned varieties. You have the spicy garlic featuring the classic garlic Fresno with mild heat and garlic blasted goodness, and smoky habanero with the tropical medium spice of our Los Calientes Rojo. We took the sauces that you know and love and with a little kitchen magic, turned it into the perfect seasoned blend that go great on our new Hot Ones chicken strips. To find Hot Ones chicken strips near you, visit HotOnesChallenge.com. That's HotOnesChallenge.com. Snack them, dip them, make them the perfect party platter.